Welcome to examkp.com. Okay, if you're getting ready for WAEC, JAMB, or NECO, you already know that every single mark is a huge deal. Well, today we're going to conquer that one section that can literally make or break your final grade. Oral English. Let's dive right in. So, why are we focusing so much on this one area? It's all about this number. In your English exam, a massive 20 to 30 marks are coming from oral English. I mean, think about it. That's a huge chunk of your grade, all from this one section. But here's the best part. These marks are totally up for grabs. This isn't just a test. It's more like a puzzle. And in the next few minutes, I'm literally going to hand you the keys to unlock every single point. Let's be real. Nailing oral English isn't just about passing. It's about getting a top-tier grade. This is your secret weapon. This is what separates the B students from the A1 students. It's your competitive edge. So I want you to forget everything you think you know. This exam has nothing to do with how you chat with your friends. It's a technical test. And it has a hidden code. A code that's built on just 4 core areas you'll see on every single paper. And here they are. These are the 4 pillars we're about to master: vowel and consonant sounds, word stress, intonation, and syllable division. Now, rhyme is really all about how we hear sounds, so it fits right in there. You master these 4 things, and you've basically mastered the entire exam. And now we get to the really good stuff. See, each of these areas is run by a few simple but super powerful rules. If you learn them right now with me, you'll be able to solve pretty much any question the examiners throw at you. Okay, let's kick things off with sounds. The big idea here is something called minimal pairs. These are just words that sound almost exactly the same except for one tiny sound. Check out the example. Ship versus sheep. It's that little change from I to E that examiners absolutely love to use to trip you up. And here is a classic trap, especially for us Nigerian students. That short I versus the long E. It's the difference between bit and beat. Seriously, train your ear to catch this one difference. It is practically guaranteed to be on your exam. Alright, on to our second key, word stress. This is just the part of the word you say a little louder, the part you emphasize. And trust me, if you get this wrong, it's not just a small mistake. It can actually change the entire meaning of a word. And this is the golden rule you need to know. For so many 2-syllable words, if it's a noun, you stress the first syllable, record. But if it's a verb, you stress the second, record. You see that same spelling, but totally different words, and it's all about where you put the stress. Our third key is intonation. You can think of it as the music of your voice. And for your exam, the rule couldn't be simpler. When you make a statement, your voice falls. When you ask a simple yes or no question, it rises. That's it. That's the whole secret. And our final key, syllables. Forget all that clapping stuff they taught you in primary school. The real foolproof way to do it is just to count the vowel sounds. Look at education. It's got 4 clear vowel sounds, which means, 4 syllables. It really is that easy. Okay, that's enough theory. Let's take these keys we've just learned and use them to unlock some real questions from past exams. This is where it all clicks together. So here we have a real question from WAEC. They want the word with a different vowel sound. What is this? It's a pure minimal pairs test. 3 of these words are basically sound cousins, and one is the odd one out. Take a second. Can you spot it? And the answer is B, bid. It's got that short I sound. Now B has the long I sound, and bread and said actually share the same vowel sound. You see how they're testing you on those really subtle differences? That is a classic minimal pair question right there. Next up is stress question. Where does the stress go in the word photograph? Go on, say it out loud wherever you are right now. Photograph. Which part do you say the loudest? The answer is A. Hey, remember our rule. Photograph is a noun, so that stress is almost always going to be on the first syllable. Photograph. See? That simple rule just works. Okay, here's a neat question for you. Are you coming? Is your voice going up or down at the end? Think back to that super simple rule we just talked about for questions. And of course, the answer is B, rising. It's a yes or no question, right? So your voice naturally goes up at the end. Are you coming? See, the rule is basically unbreakable. So you have the rules. You've seen them work on real questions. Now let's put all this knowledge together into a simple, winning game plan for exam day. Here is everything you need to remember, boiled down. For vowels, it's all about minimal pairs. For stress, just remember that noun versus verb rule. For rhyme, listen for the sound at the end, not the letters. And for syllables, just count those vowel sounds. Lock this in. Now for some quick pro tips. For WAEC, don't be afraid to whisper the options to yourself. It really helps you hear the sounds. For JAMB, always use process of elimination on stress questions to save time. And for NECO, use your rough sheet to actually draw hyphens between syllables. But listen, all these tips and rules mean absolutely nothing without this last, most important key, practice. Knowledge is one thing, but practice is what makes you fast and accurate. You need to be aiming to solve at least 100 past questions every single week. And there you have it. The keys to those 20-30 marks are officially in your hands. You are totally ready to turn oral English from a problem into your biggest strength. So now that you've got the basics, the only real question left is, which of these topics still confuses you the most? Let me know. Go to www.examkp.com for more practice.